So, Pete, in regards to inheritance, how do you approach risk management in that process? Maybe with clients who might already have significant assets or just have inherited significant assets and wealth. What's the risk management angle on that process?
So it really, once the inheritance comes into the picture, we now have, a new source of capital to the entire plan. And what typically then happens, I think, is you might have an investor who is taking on a degree of investment risk or accepting a degree of risk in their plan. And now that they have this new infusion of capital, that might create an opportunity for them to be a little more moderated. And that's something that we try to encourage people, is to recognize what is likely to support your goals, not what is the maximum level of risk that you can take. So that's one aspect of it. What I also find is, and I think if you talk to many estate planning attorneys, they'll tell you the same thing. When people inherit money, they tend to spend an awful lot of it. And so to your point about risk management, I think really what that does is it creates a new opportunity, a reset of your plan. And so it gives you the opportunity maybe that you don't need to be doing, setting aside quite as much. You can live a little bit more comfortably, but still incorporate that in the plan. Just don't run out and buy a shore house because you can now. And that's from a risk management standpoint. That's really where I think it comes in, is it fits in is, were you so strong that it didn't matter what you got? Or does this put you in a position where you're just a little bit stronger and you can determine how much can really be put toward more luxury or life today, and how much of it can be, more set aside and prepare you for the future. So from a risk management standpoint, as I've talked so many on these videos, it really comes down a lot to cash flow. And, this is a new source of either current or future cash flow for you. And that's really, I think, where you want to manage the risk is, what can I do differently to be more guarded and be more certain that things are going to go according to plan? And now that I have this newfound money, is that something that I can, set aside for, even a longer term? And if I never need it, maybe that goes to the next generation. Again, it comes down to each situation is going to be different. And that's what I hate about the social media. You're asking me questions and I'm trying to give you a specific answer. And the reality is, it's a conversation about what makes the most sense in each instance. As you can see, things can get really complicated, and it takes a conversation to find out what's best for your personal situation. We're happy to start a conversation with you. Find us at gootfinancial.com and go to Contact Us, and we're happy to set up a 30-minute call just to learn about your situation and start to answer some of your big questions.